Hi, this is Jenny Suarez of GCF Batangas and welcome to the Advent series of Devo on video. Our passage for today is from John chapter 16 verses 16 to 22, and it says, "A little while and you will see me no longer, and again a little while and you will see me." So some of his disciples said to one another, "What is this that he has says to us? A little while and you will not see me, and again a little while and you will see me. And because I am going to the Father?" So they were saying, "What does he mean by a little while? We do not know what he is talking about." Jesus knew that they wanted to ask him, so he said to them, "Is this what you are asking yourselves? What I meant by saying, 'A little while and you will not see me, and again a little while and you will see me.' Truly, truly, I say to you, you will weep and lament, but the world will rejoice. You will be sorrowful, but your sorrow will turn into joy." When a woman is giving birth, she has sorrow because her hour has come. But when she has delivered the baby, she no longer remembers the anguish for joy that a human being has been born into the world. So also, you have sorrow now, but I will see you again and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy from you. In these verses, Jesus is preparing the disciples for the overwhelming sorrow they will experience in the next few hours, as they watch him mocked, arrested, and crucified. Everything they had hoped for would become to a sudden, shocking end as they watch the Lord suffer and die. We as humans, we will have sorrows in life, just like what Jesus illustrates in verse 21. And it says, "When a woman is giving birth, she has sorrow because her hour has come. But when she has delivered the baby, she no longer remembers the anguish for joy that a human being has been born into the world." And it is true. Even though I did not experience it yet myself, I believe the process of giving birth is painful, but the reward when the baby is here is immeasurable joy. Thus, we will have sorrows in this fallen world. We, being as Christians, doesn't exempt us from being sorrowful or experiencing sorrows. Sorrow can sometimes lead from disappointment when something we plan or we want doesn't go as we hope for. Also, when someone sins against us, we suffer from sadness and sorrow. But let us be joyful and thankful because the Lord promises us eternal joy. He promises to turn our sorrow into everlasting joy. In verse 20, Jesus said, "Truly, truly, I say to you, you will weep and lament, but the world will rejoice. You will be sorrowful, but your sorrow will turn into joy." And in verse 22, "So also you have sorrow now, but I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy from you." Jesus doesn't say that the disciples' sorrow would be replaced by joy, but rather, He would turn their sorrow into joy. In Philippians chapter 3 verses 10 to 11, Paul wrote that our sufferings brings us fellowship with Christ in His sufferings, so we attain to the resurrection of the dead. And Romans chapter 8 verse 18 says, "The sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared to the glory that is to be revealed to us." My brothers and sisters, what shall we do when we experience sorrow and suffering? There are two things I want to share with you. First is to spend more time in God's Word. This is God's way of speaking to us, and let us be sensitive to what God is telling us on our current situation. And on the second, spend more time in prayer. Spending time in prayer is our way of speaking to God. Let us tell Him everything that we are going through right now, and surely He will hear us. Through our present sufferings, we can learn to be more like Him and seek more of Him if we trust and obey His process. See you on our next Devo on video.